Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Dix Morning Show. I'm Tony T. We got a full show today, guys. NFL picks for you, 3 games. College football bowls, they gave us 8. We got NBA in there as well, 9. NHL, a double-digit card. College hoops is back. So we got lots going on here on the Tony Dix Morning Show. So we're not going to waste a lot of time here in the intro. So we're going to introduce the cappers, get right to the picks. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Well, not too much, Tony. Can't complain. We're on a heater and hot. You can only be mad at Houston yesterday. Was my only loss. Choking it away and losing by 1. I've been on the wrong side of both those teams where I've had Minnesota and they've choked it away, and then now I've been on the Rockets and they choked it away. So I think those 2 teams, they go over here on the do not bet list for a little bit for me. It is, NBA is that way. Sometimes it looks good. Sometimes that fourth quarter, we've seen plenty of times that fourth quarter causes some teams some headaches this season. You know what? I don't think it'll be the last time we see a fourth quarter cause some teams some headaches this season in the NBA going forward as well. So, as Tony says, stack Saturday. Let's get to it. Let's get some more winners.
Let's get to the winners. Just want to let note of the folks out there. I know we're having issues with our blog site, but for those of you looking for our premium plays, go to members.tonyspicks.com. That site is always up. We don't tie that site to our main site because when our blogs goes to crap sometimes, you can always get our premium plays when you hit members.tonyspicks.com. Also, shout out to the cappers. In case you need to get picks in, members.tonyspicks.com. Just want to get that in. Let's say hello to Solo. Solo, what's going on?
All right, what's going on, everybody? I think we went 500 yesterday, so 2 days in a row, 500. Kind of got juiced out. We'll get over the hump today. Loaded card. Let's get to the money.
Get the money indeed. Let's say hello to Ron. Ron, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, Rod. Let's add the Chicago Bulls and let's add the Dallas Stars to that list because you can't lose games when you're leading in the last period or quarter. That was just ridiculous. Hey, everybody. Happy holidays. I'm back to New Orleans for the week, so ready to roll, and let's get some money.
Let's get some money indeed here. Ready to roll here from – we'll start here with the NFL. 3 games on the board tonight. Chargers and Patriots here. Looks like the Chargers 6 on the road, total of 42.5. This is going to be a weather game. Looks like rain in the forecast, 70% chance. Broncos and Bengals. Bengals 3.5, total 50. Higgins questionable there. Cardinals and Rams. This is not a win and in for LA. They need to win, and there's a lot of tie-breaking scenarios they still need to do in order to clinch. But if they can win next week in Seattle, that would get them in. Rams 6.5, total 47.5. We started off here with Rod.
Yeah, looking at Arizona and the Rams. I think the Rams, knowing they're eliminated, I don't think I'm going to get my 8th win. I really don't. I'd like to say that maybe we can get our 8th win and get over the 7.5 win total this year, but I don't know. They've definitely tails right off the cliff, and I think this Rams team, they can smell at the playoffs. I think with a win, they got like almost a 99% chance to get into the playoffs, so this is huge for the Rams. Motivation-wise, this always says teams that are live this time of year are the teams that you want to be back in. So give me the Rams there in that one. And you know what? I like the Chargers in the first half. I think they're in that same kind of boat that they need to win. Maybe need a little bit of help, but
they just got to win. They got to win to get in.
Just win and get in, right?
One
yeah.
win.
So they're right there battling for a spot. So the Chargers, I like the Chargers to jump out in the first half. Were they 10-5 in the first half? Yeah, I'll lay it. What is 2.5? Even if it's up to 3, 3.5 in spots. I think they're up by a touchdown heading into the halftime break. I think the Chargers in the first half, and then looking at Denver and Cincinnati, I think we get a track meet in that one. You look at Denver defensively, giving up some points over the last few weeks. The Bengals, well, they've been giving up points left, right, and center all season long with that crappy defense. And we know Denver can score some points. They're averaging, 30 points a game over their last, 5 games? So, yeah, give me the over 50 Denver, Cincinnati.
Yeah, from Ron, move on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Cardinals in the Rams game. Cardinals showed me a little bit last week, even though they're done. I think they come out, fight a little bit, go up and down, score some points. But I'm going to take the Rams. I think this is a little more motivated. I like what the job McVay is doing. I think he'll get it done. We're going to lay it with the Rams. The Chargers and the Patriots are kind of the same situation. Chargers kind of got a nice little look ahead. They're looking at the playoffs and they can get it done. This Patriots team, they're still trying to figure it out. Mayo's, I think he's coached for his job. I think he's solid, but May's going to be out there throwing it around. But I just don't think he can keep up. I think the Chargers roll in this one. And I'm going to take the Broncos on the money line. I know the Bengals are scoring points, but I like this Broncos defense. I like Sean Payton to go in here and get it done. Primetime game. a lot. What are they like an 8th spot right now, just trying to get in the Broncos? I think they're looking in. I think they really need this game. I think they'll get it. I'm gonna take the Broncos on the money line.
There from Solo on over to Ron.
Yeah, Solo, both of them need just one win. So the Chargers can win or the Broncos can win either this week or next week. And I think, looking at these games, I know Denver knows that Kansas City's pretty much going to rest next week. I don't see us playing any of our starters next week. They probably clinch that at home to knock Cincinnati out. Now, they would win today, or I think the Chargers win. I'm going to take Cincinnati because it's last desperate effort for Joe and the boys. So give me Cincinnati there in their backyard. In the other one, if you look at the Chargers, again, they got the Raiders on deck. So, it's kind of a easy look next week for them as well. But the Chargers, the difference about that line, I think it opened, about 4.5, Tony? Now it's steamed up to about 6. I'm not mistaken.
This one here opened 3.5.
Okay, yeah, I think it's moved too much. Give me the Patriots. They're playing maybe for May. I think Mayo's job is kind of on the line. They're looking at him saying, "Hey, is he the right guy? Did we get the right guy?" So I'm gonna look at the Patriots plus the 6 in that one. And I agree in the NFC shootout. But Stafford really comes alive in December. He's 12-1-1. So give me the Rams to roll in that one.
There from Ron. I'll tell you what I think about these games here. I'm going to look at the under here with the Patriots and the Chargers. This could be a rain game. There is a good chance of rain in New England, 70% chance of rain. It's not cold enough to snow, 40 degrees, but the rain, I think, will impact it. I think when you look at this Charger team, 6-1 the under on the road, and that's kind of the way Harbaugh plays, just very conservative on the road. Don't want to make any mistakes. You're better than New England. Just go out there and try and grind out a victory and keep the score low. I like the under in this spot here with the Patriots and L.A. Broncos and Bengals in this one. I'm with Rod there. I like the over in this one. The Bengals' health on defense is a concern. Denver has a significant injury advantage in this game because the Bengals have 2 defensive linemen out. They're already a bad defense, so the backups ain't any better. So I like Joe Burrow's been on fire here. Denver comes in with a healthy offense as well, so I like him in this spot. Rams with rest advantage, right? They had that the Chargers are the one with the rest advantage. I like the Rams here. That's another reason why I like the under, because the Chargers have that extra rest after playing that Thursday game. I like the Rams here. Give me the living against the dead. The Rams really helped their chances making the playoffs with a win. Arizona's defense has really fallen off here over their past 3 games, giving 5.9 yards per rush, 76% completion rate. They lost to the Panthers, back-to-back road games, a short week. You're eliminated. A lot of negative here on that Arizona side. So I'll look here at the Rams in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Spix Morning Show. And let's go ahead and continue on as we move on over to college football here. I'll take a look at this 8 bowl games here for today. We'll get started here with Connecticut, North Carolina. We got North Carolina 2.5, total 54. Boston College, Nebraska 3.5, total 47. Louisiana and TCU, we got TCU laying 10, total 59.5. We start with Rod.
Yeah, definitely not my favorite time slot of bowl games, that's for sure. You definitely got to be selective on what you bet here in these bowl games this season, and that's what I've done. Don't go all in on them all. That'll cost you, I'm telling you. Only one I like here, I like Boston College. Give me the 3.5 there in that one. I think they got a great shot to win it out money line as well. Still trust Nebraska in the spot. Tough down the stretch. They've been a solid team, but I think Boston College is the more motivated in that one, and I'll take the 3.5 there with Boston College. The only one I like. I'm going to pass on the other 2.
All right, there on over to Solo.
I like UConn to get the W on versus UNC today. I like Jim Moore Jr. I think his team's still stuck together. He didn't lose a lot of guys. I think they'll fight. I think they'll get the victory. And the TCU Louisiana game, I'm going to take the over. I think these teams get up and down. I don't think anybody's going to really stop anybody. I think this total goes over 59.
Yeah, from Solo on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm a Solo. I like UConn Huskies in this one, definitely. We got the running game. They stop the run. That's one of the things I look at in bowl games. You got to got to have a good defense to get my bet there. Boston College, Nebraska. That's at Fenway, right? Looks like the same area, New England up there. So that might pode for an under. Plus Nebraska, we can ask Mindy. They don't score a lot anyway. And but I do agree with Rod on BC on that one. But I like more toward the under in that one. Lafayette, they should go up and down the field with TCU. That should be right. And then look for Hooker TD's props in that one. And, is that the other one? Did we go into?
We just stopped there with those three: Connecticut, North Carolina, Boston College, Nebraska, and then Louisiana. That one we stopped there. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Just to give you some forecasts here in these games, Fenway Bowl looks like 55% chance of rain, 36 degrees, light wind. In New York in the Pinstripe Bowl, 74% chance of rain. No snow. It's not cold enough. Light wind there. So those are and of course sunny skies here for the TCU Louisiana game. So those are your weather updates here in these bowl games. Looking here, I'm going to look here at UConn as well. Here, it's just this coaching continuity here with this Huskies team. Head coach Mac Brown fired for North Carolina. I heard even Belichick's not even going to the game. I heard that from a radio guy the other day on the radio yesterday. So they're also without offensive coordinator. Several opt-outs as well here for the Tar Heels. UConn expects their players in the portal to play here because they're UConn, right? They need some tape on these guys against a power school because they didn't play a Power 4 school this year. These Huskies, so I like Huskies here plus 2.5. BC and Nebraska in this one. I like the under here. These are, again, passing the football looks to be tough in these rainy conditions on grass. Cornhuskers have defended the run pretty well. Both offenses here have been struggles here. BC had to change quarterbacks, but you look at the Cornhuskers, 4-1 in the under away from home. And BC's run defense has been solid over their past three. So I look for the under in that one. Louisiana and TCU, I look for points in this one. I like it over the total. Raging Cajuns average 32 points per game here, and Horned Frogs at 32. So we have two productive offenses. Both starting quarterbacks appear to be under center here. Good forecast here in this game. So I like the over in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show. As we continue here with the college football bowl games, the next three on the slate will be Iowa State, Miami. Miami 3.5, total 59. Miami and Colorado State. We got this one here. Miami 2.5 on the road, total 40.5. East Carolina and NC State. We got NC State here laying 7, total 60.5. I'll keep an eye on the weather here in these games. Looks good in the Iowa State Miami of Florida game. 77 degrees, 14 mile per hour wind though. There, 19% chance of rain. That game in Miami. In the Arizona Bowl in Tucson, 71 degrees, light wind, sunny skies. ECU and NC State, we're looking at 87% chance of rain. Not cold enough for snow, 45 degrees, light wind there. So there's your updates in the weather. We start with Rod.
Yeah, looking at these ones, 40.5 seems a little light for give me Miami and Colorado State over 40.5. I think all it takes is one good pick six, and boom, you're well on your way to an over. So give me the over there in that one. And you know what? I like East Carolina plus the 7.5 there in that one. You just look at East Carolina, and I don't trust North Carolina State defensively. They could definitely give up some points to this East Carolina team. And motivation-wise, I like East Carolina to be the more motivated combatant coming into the Military Bowl there, and you're getting 7 plus the half at the hook. Yeah, I'll take East Carolina plus the points in that matchup.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Solo.
Iowa State and the Hurricanes. I expect these teams to go up and down. Miami has showed us all year that Cam Ward's going to get that ball. He's going to do his thing. He's going to put on a showcase, solidify himself as a top 5 pick. I think the Canes and the Cyclones go up and down and cruise over this total of, 59.5 or 58.5? I think this game goes way over. Miami's backyard. Don't be afraid of that rain. They play in it all the time.
59.
Who we got here? Yeah, I got you. Who we got here? East Carolina and NC State. I agree. I think these teams also go up and down and score some points. A lean toward East Carolina. I kind of like the run game they have. NC State, I don't really like the quarterback play, but they get it to the receivers and they go up and down, play really fast, and I think this total goes over.
They're from Solo on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Solo on the Miami Iowa State over. I mean, Miami's been an over team all year long, pretty much cashing almost 80%. So we're going to take the over in that one. Miami, Ohio, Colorado State. I'm looking at Colorado State, but, the only thing that worries me, Gabbert didn't have a good game in the Ohio or against Ohio in that MAC championship. Could see Miami coming out and sneaking one here, but definitely lean over in that one as well. And I like East Carolina with Rod. I think they got the better running game and better defense here. So it's too many points for a team that runs the ball effectively like that. So give me East Carolina plus a 7.
There from Ron saying what I think about these games. So one in Orlando. Yeah, I agree with the over. Iowa State and Miami over 57.5. These are two defensives that are in poor pass. Actually, two defensives struggling to defend the pass right now. So I like them. I like the over in this spot. Of course, keep an eye on Cam Ward. He's expected to play, but you never know. Sometimes we have those last-minute decisions. That's something you always got to worry about with these prospective NFL draft picks here. So I'll look at the over as well. Iowa State, Miami, based on how poor these defenses are in defending the pass. Miami and Colorado State. Miami had several opt-outs. These MAC teams don't have a lot of depth. Give me Colorado State plus 2.5. I like the quarterback, Braden Fowler Nicolosi here. Just one pick in his past 6 games. He started the last 2 seasons at his school. Redhawks have really struggled offensively away from home, putting up just 18 points a game. I know Gabbert's been back there, but they lost a lot of players from last year. This year, they've been hit hard in the transfer portal defensively and with some players in offense. But I'll look at Colorado State there in that one. East Carolina and NC State here. I'm going to go ahead and look at the over again and over 60 in this spot. I know there's rain in the forecast, but NC State, C.G. Bailey has really thrown the ball effectively. And ECU quarterback Caden Hauser has averaged 280 yards passing per game over his past 6 games. So these are teams that want to throw the football. And these are teams that do not have very good defensive numbers either. So bad defenses. Again, I know someone in the comments said, we're seeing a lot of overs. It's because you get a lot of the bad defensive teams early in the bowl games. That's why they're 6-6. That's why they're 7-5. So that changes as we get as we get later in the bowl season, because all the bad defenses are on the field here. So there you go with that stat with those games. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Fix Morning Show. Next up, to close it out, college bowls. BYU Colorado Alamo Bowl in a dome. Colorado 3. It's moving up to 3.5 in some places. Total 55. Louisiana Tech and Army here. Louisiana Tech replacing Marshall, who opted out of this bowl game. Independence Bowl in Louisiana. Weather looked pretty good there at last check. Well, no, actually it's changed. 26% chance of rain now. Light wind, 58 degrees there. So Army 14, total 44. We start with Rob.
Yeah, and I'm looking at I'll lay it with Army there. I don't trust Louisiana Tech on the road at all. And I think their last game out, I think they had a half decent outing on the road. But I think that was the only one that I've seen all season long that they've been good on the road. Just don't trust them there. I'll lay the points with Army in that matchup. And I like Colorado with BYU over 55. I think we cruise into the 60s. Both offenses can shine, as we've seen in these bowl games. We've definitely seen some points, and the overs have been flying in. So give me the over, BYU and Colorado. Both offenses can score plenty of points. Matador defense today in that one in the Alamo Bowl.
Fast track as well in that bowl in that Alamo. Let's go on over to Solo.
Yeah, La Tech and Army. I'm gonna take La Tech, Rod. This is basically a home game. This is 40 minutes from campus. Yep. This is Independence. They'll pack the stadium as much as they can. They'll pull up. I think Sonny finds a way to have his team prepared, and they lost some players in the portal, but they'll compete right in the backyard. Take plus 14 with La Tech. Colorado and BYU. Colorado found a way to keep a lot of the players. I think they lost 2 starters on the defense. They brought in a lot of the freshmen in. They want to show them a good time and how this program is built. I think they're going to roll BYU today. I'm going to lay it with the Buffs.
There from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games here. BYU Colorado. I'm going to go ahead and link with the Buffalo with the Colorado. Dion's out there saying, "Hey, we don't opt out. We don't opt out." I think he has one opt out. It's a linebacker, starting linebacker that played at Alabama, that signed with Alabama. So I think he's the only opt out they have. But I've just heard, that these players took out insurance policies to cover themselves in case they got hurt in this game. So that means if you went through that work, I guess you're going to play. And Dion wants them to play. So I'll go ahead and take Colorado here laying the 3. BYU really struggled offensively down the stretch, averaging 22 points per game. It's been the pass completion rate that's been way down, and their pass defense has gone south for BYU. And again, I think the speed is going to give BYU trouble, especially in this fast track in San Antonio in that dome. In a dome, give me the speed with Colorado. Independence Bowl, Shreveport. I'm going to just go ahead and lay with Army. Bulldogs played in the weak Conference USA. I think they're going to have trouble defending this triple option. When you look at Army on the season, put up really good points production, 31 points a game, 5.6 yards per rush, 9.4 yards per pass step. Some of those numbers include some of those games against, of course, Navy. Of course, they had struggles with. They also had struggles against Notre Dame. But in this time, against a Conference USA team, I think they get it done here in Shreveport tonight in this one. All right, let's continue here on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Colorado on that one with you, Tony. And I agree with Solo there. I mean, Louisiana Tech, it's in their backyard. We saw it last night. Everybody humped up on the Syracuse line going way up, and just because we got Louisiana Tech as a substitute, I'm still going to take the points with Louisiana Tech in that one.
There we go. All right, skip Ron in this.
You're good. You're good.
All right.
I could have said just say ditto to Solo because we agreed on that. We're good.
All right, we got you.
But yeah, we remember there's some bad weather down here. We might have some weather delay action down here in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama area today. So there could be some bad weather there. Tornadoes last night. Yeah,
northeast again as well. But temperature's not cold enough here to produce snow. It just looks like rain if we get the precipitation. So that's what it looks like here today in the Bulls and in the NFL game as well. I think someone asked about Connor. I think Connor was questionable for Arizona at last check on the running back there for the Arizona Cardinals. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show. Turn our attention to this NBA card. Boy, it's been wacky and wild here in these NBA teams. I got to stay away from these teams on back-to-backs. They just can't hold anything. They can't hold their water. It's been some wild results, but let's get to it here. We start here with Heat and Hawks. We see the Hawks laying 2.5, total 225. Thunder and Hornets. Thunder a big favorite, coming down from 12. This open 12.5 is coming down here. 11.5, total 219. Knicks and Wizards. We've got the Knicks here favorite 12.5, total 228. We started off here with Rock.
Knicks on the back-to-back land 12. No, give me the Wizards plus the 12.5 there in that one. The Knicks had to travel, and that's a lot of points for the Knicks to be laying on the road. I know it is against Washington, but I'll take Washington plus 12. That's wide open for a backdoor cover there. And same thing with Charlotte at home. It was 12.5. As Tony said, it's come down to 11.5 in places of dropping. So some money's coming in on Charlotte to keep it close. And I think they do give me Charlotte plus the points there in that one. And I can't touch Atlanta or Miami. No thanks. Can't do it. Those two teams are so inconsistent. They play good one night, and then the next night it's awful. So no, those two teams are not getting my money. I'll pass on that game.
I was going to do a pass. So let me just update you guys on some of these injuries here. For Miami, no Butler, no Richardson. Looks like Jovic is questionable here on the Hawks side. Kungu, Zeller out. Young, Bogdanovich questionable. OKC could add Dort, Holmgren, Caruso out here for OKC. Also a couple of bench guys out as well. Carlson, Wallace. Charlotte has man out. Williams, Miller, Ball questionable there. Knicks and Washington, just Robinson out. McCullough out as well for the Knicks. Bagley, Bay, Kuzma out for Washington. Poole will be questionable, so there you're caught up there with the injuries in this one. So we move on over to Solo.
Yeah, the Heat and the Hawks, a lot of injuries in this game, but I think Tyler Hero's out there. I think he'll get the bulk of the shots. I think he'll push the pace and play faster. Trae Young will match that energy. The Hawks probably win this game, but I'm going to take this total over 225. OKC and the Hornets, same kind of situation. I just don't think the Hornets can stop OKC. I think they'll have an explosive quarter or two. I think this total gets over 219. And the Knicks and the Washington, I'm with Rod. I like the way Washington's playing ball right now. They're starting to play not a good defense, but they're at least starting to compete, show a little pride, show a little heart. I'm going to take the Wizards plus the 12.5.
They're from Solo on over to Ron.
Yeah, the Atlanta Hawks owe me some money. I'm just saying. So give me Miami. There ain't no way I'm going with the Atlanta Hawks after what they did to me the other night. So give me the Miami Heat in that one, and is man out again for Charlotte.
Yeah, that's what let me double check here with man. Man is out for Charlotte.
All right, give me Oklahoma City, big.
There we go from Ron. All right, I'll tell you what I think here about these games here. I'm going to go ahead and lay it here with, I know it's tough taking Atlanta as a home favorite, but man, this Miami team has failed to cover 4 or 5 on the road. They've not looked good away from home. Hawks in the better offensive form, so I'll lay the 2.5 there with Atlanta. OKC and Charlotte in this spot. I'm going to go under the total here. Charlotte's a very poor shooting team. OKC can defend, but it's a kind of a spot here where they're going to be a little shorthanded without Dort in the lineup. They've been getting by without Caruso and Holmgren. Now you add Dort to that mix. So Charlotte 10-5 the under at home, Thunder 11-6 the under on the road. The shooting form is bad for both teams, by the way, coming into this game. I like the under there. Knicks and Wizards, I got to take here. I'm going to take the Washington. They've covered some games of late. Third game in 4 days, a road back-to-back for the Knicks facing a rested Wizards team. I think it's a bad spot for New York here. Take Wizards here plus the 12.5. Wizards, believe it or not, are defending over their past 5 games. I don't know where this came from. Holding teams at 43% shooting, 33% from 3. Wow. It's been a while. I can't remember when we've seen this defense performance like this from Washington, but it's happening, and I'll take them in the spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Picks.
They have spurts. They have spurts where they play good. The Wizards do. We seen it earlier in the season where they had a little run where they were not winning games, but they were getting covers and winning us some money. But and now they're doing it again, stepping it up. It's like I think they watched what the Nets did and thought, hey, we can get some with these guys play and get some motivation. We can get some draft picks up here.
You gotta let them play, man.
Just
let them go. Let them play.
Let them play.
Like anything, just let them go. Let them play, and hey, you see improvement. It's like anything you do. You gotta play to get better at it.
You can't trade someone who sits on the bench all season.
No one's gonna pick.
You gotta look like Brooklyn. Like Brooklyn, you play your guys, let them build up their stats, offensive stats. I know the defense sucks, and nobody looks at the defense. Hey, we're going to trade for a guy that averages 24 points a game. You'll find a sucker out there. Trust me. There's plenty out there. All right, we'll continue on here. Next series of games: Bucks and the Bulls. The Bucks 3.5 now. 4 is popping up. Total 230. Suns and Warriors. Oh boy, Warriors made 6-point favorites here. Yes, they are. Oh boy, total 220. Pistons and Nuggets. Interesting here. Nuggets 5.5. Total 232.5. I thought I saw Curry out again, and I think I do. Yep, it's Allen, Booker out for Phoenix. Curry, Green, Payne out for the Warriors. Stewart, questionable, probable here for Detroit. Kankar and Gordon out for Denver. Keep an eye on that injury report with Denver on that crazy night last night. Keep an eye on that one. We could see some late action there. Johnson out for Milwaukee. Lillard will be a little Giannis questionable. Middleton, Jackson probable. On the Chicago side, Stewart out. The Sunmu doubtful. Giddey, Buzzle, Ball questionable. Smith is probable there. So you're caught up on the injuries here in this block. Let's move on over to Rod.
Yeah, and I'll take the Bulls plus the points. We've seen their complete collapse in Atlanta, and everybody will be like, "Whoa, the Bulls! Whoa, they're awful! Whoa, yeah, they just don't play
not that list."
Don't bet.
Almost put them on mine.
They gave up 50. They're no good. They just don't defense in that. And what have I seen from Milwaukee? That fourth quarter, they're kings of the fourth quarter collapse. They get tired. They're old. They start to slow down. They're like, "Oh no, we're getting the fourth. We're in trouble." I think the Bulls bounce back after that 50 points in the fourth because everybody's going to go the other way. It's what happens in the NBA plenty of times. We see teams that look awful one game and then they all of a sudden look great the next. So I'm going to take the Bulls there in that matchup. And then Phoenix or the Warriors, it's like that's awful. They're dealing with way too many injuries. That totals at 220. I'm going to take the under 220 in that one. I don't see a whole lot of scoring. It's like what Golden State mustered, 92 points yesterday? Yikes. Neither of these teams can muster to 100. Basically, it's the first to 100 wins that game. If either of those teams get to 100, give me the under 220 in that one. That seems like a lot of points for Denver to be laying there after last night's track meet. Give me the Pistons plus the points heading into Denver. Denver's it's home, but home doesn't seem so comfy as they have been for the Nuggets. I think Detroit can come in there and maybe money line it in that one and outright them.
There we go.
But take the points if you're happy, or sprinkle some on the money line because I'm quite sure Solo will be on that money line.
There we go from Rod. I thought Solo might be on the running line with the Wizards.
Right.
Let's move on over to Solo.
Where we at? The Bucks and the Bulls. I think Giannis and Lillard will play. I think these teams get up and down. I'm gonna take this whole over 230. We're gonna stay on board taking the Bulls over. They're just not playing defense. Easy money right here. I'm gonna take the Suns. Just don't like this Warriors team. I don't know what's going on with Steph in this offense. They just can't muster up enough points. Just don't really like the direction they're going in. They're leaning on Kuminga. He's not the guy. I think they'll struggle. I'll take the Suns with the points here. And I am on the Pistons on the money line. You already know. I don't really like this Denver team. They're playing better ball of late. They cost me. When they like I see y'all been saying all week, they just play to the level of competition. I think this is a game where they're going to play down. They're going to get caught sleeping, and Detroit's going to come in and punch them in the mouth. And I'm going to take Detroit on the money line.
There from the Solo. We move on over to Ron.
Yeah, we talk about Phoenix. They were held like almost 20 points below their average last night. And they're getting points. Give me the Phoenix Suns in that one. Like Solo said, the Golden State Warriors, there's something wrong with that team. And if you got Steph and Draymond out, possibly, we're still looking at the same thing. All right. So I talked to Rod yesterday, and me and him kind of agreed, hey, this could be a Boston smash spot. Everybody's going to be like, man, Boston can't cover at home. Well, you know what? Detroit's covered and won 3 road in a row. This is a Denver smash spot, guys. Denver is going to roll and big. So I want to take the Denver Nuggets in that one.
There we go from Ron. All right, we just seen some changes upgraded here. Curry, Green now questionable. It looks like there's just been some news here coming across here that looks like they were just going to sit him Friday. There's a chance that he will suit up here against Phoenix. So that explains the line here. So just been upgraded right now to questionable here for both Green and Curry. Green dealing with a back issue, but it looks like it was a rest spot here on a first leg of a back-to-back. So that's the upgrade right now with Curry and Green questionable. So that probably explains here the line up to 6 here, but still, the way I look at it, I'm still going to take Phoenix here plus the points in that spot. It's just their shooting form, their defensive form just too poor for me to trust. In that Bucks game, I'm going to go ahead and lay it here with the Bucks. They're just in the better defensive form. When you look at this Chicago team, 3-6 of the spread at home against winning teams. They've lost and failed to cover 3 straight behind really bad defense. It's the defense that's got me worried here with Chicago. I'll take the Bucks in that spot. Pistons here and Nuggets. I'm going to go ahead and take Detroit in this spot. The issue here with Denver is they just don't defend as well at home, giving up on Denver here at home, allowing 48% shooting, 37% from 3. They're also 0-2 to the spread at home, playing their 3rd game in 4 days. Detroit coming in with the rest. I like the Pistons here plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we get ready here to close out the NBA with these final 3 games. We got Sixers and Jazz here. Sixers laying 7, total 223.5. Mavericks and Blazers. Mavericks 4.5, total 222. Kings and the Lakers. Lakers 2, total 221.5. You didn't catch the news late last night. Mike Brown fired here. Christie to be the head coach now, interim for the Kings with the coaching change there. I'll just update you guys here on this one. They have never been the same since they fired Adelman. I mean, when they fired Adelman, that team has just gone to hell in a handbasket here. You got Philly here. No Martin, no McCain, Embiid questionable. Gordon, Drummond probable. On the Utah side, Clarkson, Collins, George, questionable. On the Dallas side, Dallas here in Portland, no Luka for a month or more. No Exum here, Lively upgraded to questionable. On the Portland side, Thibault out, Williams, Kamara, Banton, questionable. Sacramento, no Carter, Sabonis, questionable. On the Lakers side, the usual guys, your Hirschafino, your Vanderbilt, your Wood out. LeBron, Hachimura, Davis, questionable. Probable for Russell, caught up with injuries. On over to Rod.
Yeah, I don't think the Lakers. I don't trust the Kings there at all. New coach, all of a sudden going to be making changes. Yeah, no, give me the Lakers. They've been playing the better hoops lately, so I like the Lakers there in that one. And then Dallas in the second half of back-to-back. Got a nice win yesterday, but you could see it in that third. They were trying to line them back into it. They hung on and got the win. So give me Portland plus the 4.5. Be a tough spot for Dallas without Luka on the back-to-back spot here. I wouldn't be surprised if Portland outrighted them, but I'll take the 4.5 there versus Dallas in that one tonight.
there from Iran. Move on over to Solo.
76ers in the Jazz. I like the way Maxi's playing right now. He's running the 76ers team. Everything's running through him. I think they come out and get the victory over the Jazz. I just don't like the Jazz defense. I think they score some points, but I'm going to take the 76ers. Dallas and Portland. I kind of like the way Dallas runs his offense when Luka's out. Obviously, I know he's the man, but it seems like Kyrie's kind of able to kind of do his thing a little bit and still show what he's still got, and everybody kind of touches the ball. It's a lot of shots that kind of spread around, so a lot of guys kind of pinch in. I like the Mavericks -4. The Kings and the Lakers. The funny thing is, Doug Christie's the coach. Wasn't he doing a little summer league work too? So I don't think this is his first real rodeo. Obviously, this is the big stage, but he's a former player. I think he'll be able to adjust. I think he'll be fine in that situation. I'm going to take the Kings with the points.
The points there from Solo on over to Ron.
I agree with the Sixers. We had them on Christmas Day, and they're just playing a lot better. They got the big guys going. So definitely want to take the Sixers. You look at the Jazz, they're 4-8 as an underdog at home this year. So losing by about 10 points. So we'll get the 10 easily in that one. Dallas last night, I had them. Great game, beat the Suns. But Portland is 8-4 as a home underdog. They're only losing by about 3.8 points per game. So that's under that 4.5. So I'm going to take a shot with the Portland Trail Blazers in that one. And I'm going to wait to see what happens with this Kings team. But, could have been the players that got him out of there. Is Fox going to feel a little better now? We just don't know what's going to happen. But I don't trust the Kings yet. So I would lean on the Lakers on the money line in that one.
There from Ron. Tell you what I think about these games here. I'm going to take Utah here plus the 7. Utah 5-1 of the spread against the East. It is the high elevation game. These Eastern Conference teams usually don't see this high elevation very often. I like the Jazz in this spot. Sixers just 1-7 of the spread against the Western Conference. And the Jazz, we know they had their troubles this season, no doubt. But they are shooting the ball pretty well over their past 5, 46%, 42% from 3. So Utah in a really good shooting form right now. And Sixers over the past 5, getting 48%, 38% from 3. I'll look at Utah plus the points here. I'm going to go here with Portland here plus the points. The Mavs 1-4 of the spread is road favorite of 3.5 to 9.5 points. Dallas here on the road give up 116 points per game, 39% from 3. They don't defend the 3-point line very well. And Portland has their core in the lineup. We saw Shaedon Sharp putting up some points the other night. So I like to see if this Portland team gets some continuity with these guys with their core healthy playing together. Simon, Sharp, Grant, Aiden in the lineup here. I'll take them here plus the points with rest advantage. Yeah, with this Lakers-Kings team, I'm just going to take the Lakers here. Lakers have played the division well, 6-1 of the spread against the division. LA is in really good defensive form right now. And this form for Sacramento is just too bad right now. I don't know if a coaching change is going to make a difference if you're not going to defend and shoot the ball well. It's to me, I'm just going to take the Lakers here at this short price because the defense have gotten a little better. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Fix Morning Show as we get ready here to switch on over. Well, we got some college hoops now after a long layoff since Christmas Eve. We're going to get some board games now up on the board. What we do this time of the year, we just ask the cappers, just give us what you got in college hoops. We get into January, later in January. We'll do the time blocks. We'll start here with Rod. You're on mute, Rod.
We're going to kick off with the early start noon Eastern one. Eastern Kentucky taking on Louisville. Give me Eastern Kentucky there. That's just too many points for Louisville to be covering. Eastern Kentucky can keep it close. They can score some points. You see 7-3 over. They've definitely been able to put up the points themselves. So 21, too many. Give me Eastern Kentucky plus the 21 in that one. And then scrolling down, you know what? I like Memphis. It's a pretty good game, big game at 2 p.m. Eastern. Ole Miss taking on Memphis. I like Memphis here in this spot at home. You look at Memphis, 3-2 on this season at home. They definitely haven't played the greatest, but I think this is that spot they get up for. I'll just take a money line. The money line's low enough for me. I'll take Memphis in the money line to get the win at home over Ole Miss, and what should be a really good contest. But Memphis gets the job done there. The other one I'm looking at, one more. Where is it? I think it's later game. There it is. Boise taking on San Jose State. You look at San Jose State. Hey, man, they cover machines. They've won 6 of their last 7 games. They've won 8, or they've covered 8 straight contests. It wasn't 9.5. It's down to 9 in places for good reason. Give me San Jose State plus the points versus Boise. They definitely can keep it close. Probably, I might even sprinkle a little on that money line for San Jose State to upset Boise State in that matchup. And then the last one later, give me Santa Clara over Pepperdine. Santa Clara, I got them by 20 plus. They can run a gun and easily blow Pepperdine right out the gym, especially at home there in that one. Give me Santa Clara big by 20 plus over Pepperdine.
Yeah, from Rod, move on over to Solo.
I'm going to look at Georgetown and Coppin State. I really like Ed Cooley and the Hoyas. I like the way they're playing ball. They got good guard play with Mack and PV and Epps. I think they'll clamp this Coppin State team down. I think they'll pull away in the second half and cover this 29.5. I'm also going to stay in the DMV area. I'm going to take Maryland minus 43. This Maryland Eastern Shore team is terrible. They don't have guards. They don't have size. They can't rebound. They don't shoot the three. They don't defend. They're going to get smoked. Take the Terps minus 43.5.
There from Solo on over to Ron.
Yeah, you look at Memphis, they play at FedEx Forum, which is the Grizzlies' home arena. Mississippi got a shot. They're bringing all their fans up the street from I-55 right up there. We're going to take Ole Miss to get the Memphis Tigers as the dog there. Give me Nevada. Love this Nevada team. It's only laying a couple buckets for against the Wyoming. Nevada's got some good length there. Let's see. I'm gonna look at UCLA over Gonzaga. I like the Bruins in that one. And let me give you one more. Oh, I can't stand DePaul. Give me Loyola Maryland plus the points against DePaul. I just don't trust that team at all. And I'm agree with Rod with Santa Clara. I love this team. I've been making a lot on them this year. So give me Santa Clara. There
from Ron, say what I think here. I'm going to take Utah State plus the 5.5 against San Diego State as they open up Mountain West play. In their first Truro game, they went into St. Mary's and won 75-68. 11-1 on the year for this Utah State Aggies team. That's a really strong scoring team inside. Great rebounding team here. They force turnovers defensively. They've got experience. San Diego State had some struggles here with Cal Baptist. Couldn't separate against them. Lost to Oregon. Lost to Gonzaga here this year. They did get past Cal. Got past Houston. But in this conference opener, I look for Utah State. Keep it close here. This San Diego State team really struggles on the defensive glass, struggles shooting inside, and they don't make their free throws. I'll take Utah State here plus the 5.5 in that one on Fox. They're going to put that on TV tonight. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Sports Show. We got you through college hoops. We're going to get to hockey in a second, but let's see what Solo has for sale over at Tony's Picks as we head into a big weekend of action here from college football, NFL, a full board here, NBA as well. So lots going on. Solo, what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
I got a 5-pack up today. We sprinkled all over the sports. NFL, NBA, even got one bowl game in there. So I'm ready to roll. Sign up with me short-term, long-term. Heading into 2025, man, we're going to take over. So, let's get to the bank.
With the bank here with Solo over at Tony's Picks, guys. Remember the promo code TONYT at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. Long-term passes are your best value, so get on board with Solo over at Tony's Picks. The link to the description to Tony's Picks, and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Solo, it's always great having the show. Have yourself a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you later.
Appreciate it, man. Good luck,
everybody. Good luck, brother.
See y'all tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Solo. Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, man.
All right, so here on the Tony S'more Show, let's get on to the ice. Ice tonight with hockey. So let's get going here. We'll start with the afternoon affairs. The games from 107 to 407 will be in this block. So we'll start here with Canadiens Panthers. We got the big line here. Panthers 330, total 6.5. Kraken and Canucks to start the Canadian Hockey Night in Canada triple header. The day game here. Canucks here, $1.28, total 5.5. Oilers at the Kings here. Oilers $1.29, total 6. Flyers at the Ducks. We've got the Flyers $1.45, total 6. We start with Rod.
Yeah, and looking at these games, I was just trying to see Montreal starting a new goalie here in this spot here, making his NHL debut. So tough spot here for Montreal. They don't fare so well going into Florida either. 0-9 in their last 9 trips heading into Florida. So for me in that one, it's Florida big or pass. Spencer Knight's in goal for Florida, and he's actually picked up his play over his last few games. So for me, it's definitely I like Florida probably -2.5 in that one. I think they beat up on Montreal and their new goalie. And then looking at the Canucks, tough spot for the Canucks, kicking off early in the afternoon. It is they are at home, but what have the Canucks done following a home win? Loss. They've lost 13 straight following a home win. Have this Vancouver Canucks team back-to-back wins at home. They haven't done it in 13. So give me the Kraken there to get to Vancouver. Vancouver's played their better hockey on the road all season long, not at home. Give me Seattle there in that one. And then looking at Edmonton taking on the Kings. The Kings say they're finally happy to be back at home after that the two road trips for now to start the season for the Kings. They kicked off the season with a long one before the Christmas break, another long one. But what have the Kings done follow their first game back at home off of a road loss? 7-0. I like the Kings here in this one. Get their little bit of revenge. It's what the Oilers kicked them out of the playoffs again. And last season. So what happens here? Usually the Kings come into this one, and it's probably most likely be Picard getting the start. It's the first of a back-to-back spot for the Oilers. I like the Kings to get the job done there in that one.
Yeah, from Ron. We move on over to Ron.
Yeah, Jakob Dobes. Is that his name?
That's his Jakob Dobes.
Jakob Dobes. Yeah, I like the Panthers big, probably -2.5 in that one. I'm going to go with Vancouver, Rod. We got Thatcher going against Grubauer. I'm gonna do the Canucks dance for you. I know you didn't want to do it today, but we're going to do it over here. And I like the Kings. Give me the Kings as well.
Yeah, from Ron. All right, let's continue here on the NHL card for Saturday. This slot of games will cover the 707s. 707s on this block. Capitals at Maple Leafs. We've got the Capitals $9, total 6. Devils and Hurricanes. Hurricanes $29, total of 6. Rangers and Lightning here. Lightning $65, total of 6. Blue Jackets Bruins. Bruins $99, total 6.5. We'll close this block off with Senators at Jets. We've got the Jets here $60, total of 6. Over to Rod.
Yeah, for me, looking at New Jersey taking on Carolina again. They just played last night. New Jersey got the win there again. You're going to give me a plus price with the team that's playing the better hockey right now, which is the Devils. I'm going to swap up goalies. That's all. No big difference there. Allen gets the start, and Dustin Tokarski going to get the start, most likely for Carolina. I'll take the Devils again. Did good last night. I don't see what changed. Just the change of menu. Devils can still get the win in that one. And looking at the Rangers, man, they've been so inconsistent over the last 10 games. Up, down, all over the place. And this Hammond team, they've been playing some pretty good hockey, light and lamp to the tune of well over 3 goals a game. And they've also covered the puck line in 8 of their last 9. So give me Tampa on the puck line to beat up on the Rangers in that one. Leafs in the second half of a back-to-back. Who's getting the start there? Most likely Matt Murray's getting the start for the Leafs. He had a good first start, but hey, sometimes you can find that needle in a haystack. Did Matt Murray. But in this spot, this Washington team on the road, they've been lights out money. And guess what? It's Thompson in goal for Washington. So when I see Thompson in goal, I'm betting on Washington. And I'll bet on him again. Give me Washington over the Leafs in that one. And then Columbus taking on the Bruins. We just seen it. Columbus just whooped up on Boston. But Boston saved Swayman for this spot here in this one. So Columbus plays their better hockey at home, not on the road. Boston gets revenge in that one. I'll take Boston on the puck line over Columbus in that one.
From Ron on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. Washington 12-5 on the road this year. Probably the best team on the road. We got Logan Thompson in net. We might have an Ovi sighting. Watch out. He might be out there today. So I'm going to agree with Rod on the Washington Capitals. Yeah, Columbus and Boston. Yeah, I can't trust Columbus on the road. So they're 4-14. So you probably want to look at Boston in regulation on that one. And what else do we have? Jersey and Carolina. They went over last night, but I'm going to take the under today. I think we get an under in this one.
There from Ron. All right, let's continue here on the hockey block here. We're going to close out hockey with these 2 games. 7:37 Penguins at Islanders. We got Islanders $43, total 6. Our lone late night game to close out the tripleheader hockey night in Canada. The Flames are at the Sharks. Boy, they gave them a good one here. We got the Flames $66, total 6. Over to Rod.
Just wanted to see what happened with the Sharks last night. It was 3-2 when I went to bed. So did they get the win last night? They were up 3-2, I think. It's the second half of back-to-back for the Sharks. Should be Askarov getting the start for San Jose in that one. Just trying to see if they got the win last night or not.
It's Askarov, who I am.
No, they lost. They were up 3-2 after 2, and they crapped the bed in the third. Ooh, another complete collapse by a team in the third period.
It was like 6-3 last time I checked it.
It was 3-2 after 2. Right?
Yeah.
Vegas went into the third and scored 4. on Georgiev, right? Good old Georgiev. Good for 5.
Good old Georgiev.
Good old Georgiev. I can't believe that San Jose made that trade. But anyways, so for me in that one, it's Askarov definitely going to get the start here for San Jose. Wolf for Calgary. I like the under. I think we get a lower scoring one. We see in that that third period. Otherwise, it was a low-scoring one, and I think that's what we get here. Wolf's been absolutely money for Calgary, but I don't trust Calgary on the road. They've been awful on the road, especially against teams that don't score power play goals like the Sharks do. Calgary's 0-9 versus teams that don't score on the power play. So I would lean to the Sharks to get the win there as well, but I like the under as the play. And then look at the Islanders. There's this Pittsburgh team that they stink on the road. Woo! Don't be betting Pittsburgh Penguin games on the road. I think the Islanders there in that spot. They're just the better team at home. It's just one of those spots. I don't trust the Penguins on the road. No chance. They've been playing their better hockey at home. I think the Islanders there in that one.
They're from Ron on over to Ron.
Did we cover the Jets? Or did I miss that one?
You missed that one.
You missed that one.
Let's go back to that one if you don't mind. Yeah, so they're 12-4 at home. Looks like Merlillians. What's his name, Rod?
Merlinen.
That's him. Yeah. Hellebuck's going to get the start for the Jets. Like the Jets, give me Jets on the puck line. In that one, yeah, Pittsburgh on the road, horrible. I'd lean the Islanders, but I think the under is probably in play there. So let's take the under in that game. And Calgary on the road, 4-11. No, not a chance. Puck line's a little too high to take the Sharks, plus 1.5. So I'm going to take a shot on the money line. Give me the Sharks.
There we go from Ron. All right, we got you through the hockey. Now it's time for our parlay segment, parlay perfect segment, where the Cappers give you out a parlay or a player prop, or they can also give a play up in the future. We'll leave it up to the Cappers. Let's start with Ron.
And for me, my parlay of the day, we're going to go with into college hoops. We're going to go with give me San Jose State plus the points. And then Tony pointed out that one. I totally missed Utah State plus the points. Yeah, they're the better team there in that one. San Diego State is they're not the same team we've seen over the last couple seasons. So add that in there, the Utah State plus the points. And then the last one, throw in UCLA plus the points as well. 3 dogs in college hoops betting against Gonzaga today.
Yeah, going against.
I'm against them too.
All right, on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm against them too, Rod. I'm with you on UCLA. They got me on that last game with North Carolina late, another collapse that we've seen this year. We're going to get them today. So, yeah. Let's go to soccer. Do we have any soccer fans out there? I got to ask you. So, anyway, we've hit a couple last couple weekends. So, let's take Inter Milan minus 1.5 to get the job done at Cagliari. And let's go to football. I'm going to take the New England Patriots plus the 6. And let's go to hockey. Give me, let's see here. Yeah, give me the Capitals on the road as a dog there.
All right. I'll tell you what I like here. 3 parlays. Overs. I like points here. Broncos and Bengals over. Louisiana TCU over. East Carolina NC State over. So 3 over parlay there for points here. 2 on the Bulls, 1 from the NFL, going against some defenses that are in bad shape. That's what I'm going to do there. All right, and into a big weekend of action, guys. It's getting rough and wild here. NFL, college football, hoops, and more. Hockey as well. Let's see what Rod has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Rod enjoyed a great year over at Tony's Picks, crushing it right now. 2,153 units of profit. Rod, what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, and over at Tony's Picks today. Definitely been a hot week, month, year. So definitely jump aboard. I've got a 3-pack in the NFL. I got a 3-pack in college hoops. I've got my NHL sniper play. as well. And then I'm going to throw in a bowl game or two there as well. So definitely jump aboard long term. That's the way to go. That way you don't miss out on any of those late steam plays as well. You can see we've been hot and put money into your pocket. So hit the link in the description. That'll get you right on over to TonySpix.com and you can see how all the cappers have been doing. Also take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional over at Tony's Picks. I'm not the only hot capper over there, as you can see by the fully documented records over there. Definitely go check it out. And let's put some money in your pocket today. Big day loading over at TonySpix.com.
That's right, Cowboy with Rod over at Tony's Picks. Great results here, Rod, for the year. Let's see what Ron has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Ron's been putting up some solid numbers here, NFL and more. Ron, what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, NFL, NHL, NBA. Last 30 days we've been doing very well. So, I got my goal line stand. That's a 16-1 system. That's 94%. Make sure you scoop that up for the NFL today. Got my slap shot NHL best bet, and that's been really hot. It's like 10 out of the last 12. So, and we're going to have a few college basketball probably out there and definitely college football games. So, sign up for, the weekend, 7-day, get you a long-term, get you a pass for the year if you want. For the NBA, it's been doing really well. So, definitely got that. So, and like Rod said, pair us up, man. We've everybody's pretty much you see here daily and on the weekend. We're on the leaderboard consistently. So, definitely pair us up and use that code TonyT at checkout.
That's right, guys. Got both Ron over at Tony's Picks. Promo code TonyT at checkout will save you 15% off. Your best value now is a long-term pass. Link in the description. Get on over to Tony's Picks and go ahead and get signed up. All right, I've got the plays up for you right now here. 3-pack from college hoops. Also a best bet in the NFL. Having a great year in the NFL as well as college football amongst the leaders there for the year. So get on board with me over at Tony's Picks. Remember the promo code TonyT at checkout will save you 15% off. For your long-term pass will serve you well. You may consider a 1-month pass to get you covered all the way through the NFL, deep in the NFL playoffs, remainder of college football, bowl season, a lot of NBA college hoops here. Where you get that 1-month pass. Of course, match you with your favorite cappers here with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, let's continue here on the show. Of course, we got lots going on our YouTube channel. We're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. each time with the 26 Morning Show. Free picks, rapid fire. We kind of trim off the nonsense because we got a lot to cover here with you guys here on the 26 Morning Show. We keep it fluid. And of course, appreciate everybody in the chat contributing. So make sure you watch this live, like, subscribe, send notifications. If you ever missed a show or you need help, you need to watch it again, just go to our live tab on our YouTube channel, watch the archive, watch it in full if you missed the show, or if you want to catch some of the later games, just forward it to later games if you need help on some of them, because we got it covered here on the Tony Morning Show. Lots of content here on demand from the cappers. Let's see what the cappers have up right now and their plans. Rod, what do you got on the Tony YouTube channel now and your plans for the week?
And then for me, got covered on all the hockey games. So if I haven't covered the game here on the morning show, then definitely go check out the archive videos. We got you covered on all the hockey action there. I also threw a little 3-team parlay out there today, so that's up there as well. And then me and Ron are going to shoot some playoff football action in college. There's a couple playoff action games that are coming up. We got the one on New Year's Eve. And then the 3 after that on New Year's Day, I believe, is what they are. Penn State is the one that kicks it off. So we got those 4 bowl games. Be on the lookout for the playoff part 2 of the college football playoffs.
That's right. Next round here coming up. Ron, what's your plans over the Tony Fix YouTube channel?
Yeah, I got some NFL videos putting up today for tomorrow and Monday night's game, and definitely got some NBA videos that will be going up later. And like Rod said, we're going to shoot that college football playoff video for you for next week.
That's right, guys. So check us out on our YouTube channel. We're not just a live show. We have lots of content. Also on our website at TonySpix.com for our best bets. Our premium plays are there. So take a look and get signed up for those. All right. Before we're back tomorrow, a lot of NFL coverage, more hoops coverage as well. So make sure you tune in tomorrow live here at 9:30 a.m. Each time for our 26 Morning Show. All right. Before we go, anybody have anything in closing before we go?
Your best bet, if you're really not sure about that Flames and Sharks game, just pass on it. I'm telling you. There's better spots on the board to be placing a big chunk of money on a bet than trying to chase down a Calgary team that, as I did say, in away games versus bad teams that don't know how to score on the power play, Calgary's 0-9. And yeah, sure, San Jose, as I said, ever since the goalie change, it hasn't been good. but that's because Good for 5 was in goal for San Jose. Well, Askarov's going to get the start here for San Jose, and he's 1-1, sub 3 goals against. He's actually, I would say, the better option for San Jose goal-wise going forward. I think he's going to get the bulk of the work as we move forward on with the season. Good for 5. If he doesn't have a team in front of him, we've seen like he did in that third period. He gave a 4. So, yeah, I would just say pass on that game because it's definitely not on my premium card for sure. It was a lean to the Sharks because the value play. Look at the line. The line basically tells you all you need to know. As you said, the Sharks have been awful. They've lost 10 straight. Why are they only a plus 30, 130 dog? You think that line should be at more like a plus 175? Calgary should be favored a little better. Yeah, that's you got to look at things like that. So for me, it's Sharks are nothing, but it's not a premium play. Run away from it when you're unsure like that. There's definitely plenty of spots on the board, and that's what you want to be in this sports betting game. It's selective. Find those spots that you like that you know.
Yep, and if you need a game in the 10 o'clock Eastern hour
to get a win. Let's have a big day, everybody.
10 Eastern hour, you got Mavs, Blazers, Kings, Lakers.
If you want,
Fresno State, Loyola, San Francisco. So you got some options in the bailout. There are some bailout. A lot of bailout options there. So that's the one you don't need to look at.
I'll bet the Lakers, and I'm not a Lakers guy. I'll bet the Lakers over betting this.
Don't go that bad, Rod. Hey, and remember, these teams that have to win to get in the playoffs, they have to win. Don't bet on them just because they have to win. They might just, like Seattle did the other night, just get out of there with a win. And Kyle, I look for the Chargers to win, but I think they're not going to stomp your Patriots. I know you're saying the Patriots probably are looking for that number 2 pick, but Chargers just want to get that win, get home, get in the playoffs. Looking at Denver, Denver knows that KC is not going to play anybody next week, so. Yeah.
So they have a freebie there, right? That's
exactly.
The one really
yeah. And it's just get the win, get out of town, and don't turn the ball over. That's one of those coaches.
Just because you need a win to get in doesn't mean you're going to cover. Just remember that this weekend.
That's absolutely right. No doubt about that. That's going to do it here for the Tony Sporting Show. We're back tomorrow. Going to wait. Goodbye to you guys. You guys make it a winning Saturday. We're back here tomorrow on the Tony's Big Sporting Show.